Today we've got our first patch for Pokémon Scarlet and Violet besides the Day 1 patch, which didn't really do anything. This patch apparently aims to fix some of the issues with the games. So does patch 1.1.0 actually fix Pokémon Scarlet and Violet? Well, it fixed something. Pokemon now close their eyes in battle when put to sleep. Got Heracross versus Vivian. Vivian going for the sleep powder. And Heracross is out! Oh, he actually did close his eyes. Okay, good job, Pokemon. Now, I've seen a few people on Twitter claiming that with the new patch, the performance in the games is much better. But in my experience, I haven't really noticed a difference. I mean, things seem a little bit smoother, I suppose. That is until more Pokemon load in, and yeah, you can already notice the frames starting to dip. So I don't know if it's just me or if it's placebo, like because a new patch came out, people think that it's running smoother, but in my experience, it definitely is not. In fact, we can read the full patch notes on the Nintendo website, which says, Season 1 of Ranked Battles will kick off, allowing you to enjoy ranked battles through the Battle Stadium. Well, I certainly hope that along with this update, they fix the RNG in the Battle Stadium that was apparently making it so moves always have the same accuracy if you use them in a certain order, totally breaking the random element of Pokemon battles. So thank goodness this is apparently fixed, considering ranked battles are now coming in. It would be quite unfortunate if there was a glitch this major in the ranked system. An issue has been fixed that caused the music to not play correctly during the battles with the Elite Four and Top Champion. I didn't even know about that because I haven't actually made it to the champion yet, but apparently that was a thing, so I'm glad now I won't have a chance of experiencing that. And other select bug fixes have been made. I just love how vague they are with that last one. Other select bug fixes, like what is that supposed to mean? Well, the duplication glitch, apparently. If you guys missed it, people have been going crazy duplicating Pokemon, shinies, items, and other things in the game, and apparently this patch did fix at least one of the exploits used to do it, but I'm pretty sure people will find other ways regardless, so when it comes to NPCs, they seem to be exactly the same. When they're far away, they're very, very low FPS, but as they get closer to your character, the animation becomes smoother, which was already a thing in the previous patch, so nothing really new there. And I decided to do a side-by-side comparison, just scrolling through Mesagoza and seeing if the performance really is better. So here it is, you guys can judge it for yourselves. Do you think the game actually is running better, or is it just a placebo that people are experiencing? Which, if you don't know, is basically like your mind tricks you into thinking that something is better because there was a change made, but in reality, it's exactly the same. In fact, it might have been even more buggy for me as the Pokemon just randomly disappeared at one point, including a Terra Raid Pokemon that I could still hear shining, but like it wasn't actually there. And I did have this glitch happen before the patch, so it's not really a new thing with this one, it's just that obviously they didn't fix it. From my personal experience, it feels like the game is running the exact same, at least in terms of the FPS and performance, but I mean, this is still tolerable. Like, I don't really think the low FPS here in Mesagoza ruins the experience for me, and I've still been loving playing through Scarlet and Violet regardless of these performance issues, but the biggest culprit of the low FPS was, of course, the notorious cutscene at the very beginning of the game when you first get into the academy and are introduced to Professor Jock and, like, the students. So here we are in version 1.1, the latest update, and this cutscene is still exactly the same. Yay. Can't believe this. This is within like the first hour of gameplay, so most people that are playing through will see this cutscene, and the fact that it's so dang choppy just makes no sense to me, because like, it's just the classroom that should be loaded in during this. Like, there's no reason to conserve power or performance or whatever, like, by lowering the FPS of those certain characters. The weirdest thing to me is it seems to only be the little kids. Like, the teenagers and adults in the classroom are fine, but like, yeah, the little kids just kicking their legs, and I don't know what the heck is going on, but it looks horrible, and why the heck is it still not fixed? Now, of course, I had to do some testing and see what these select bugs that they apparently fixed might be, and the most important one to me was backwards jumping. If you guys don't know, you can basically use your Mount Koraidon or Miraidon to jump up cliffs that normally you're not supposed to until you get the climb upgrade. So I decided to test this in the newest patch, and it seems that backwards jumping is still in it. Let's go! Honestly, this is one of my favorite unintentional features. I mean, I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but I really like the fact that it's in the game because I don't want to have to wait until we have climb just to get that TM over there that's like clearly not going to break or ruin my experience from getting it a little bit earlier. I mean, yes, you can use it to sequence break your way into the Great Crater, but even if you jump in there, nothing actually happens, so it doesn't actually ruin the experience. Now, there's one more trick I wanted to test, and it's one I originally found on Twitter that lets you basically walk Pokemon that require 1,000 steps to evolve a lot easier. As you can see, I am on the latest update now, so going back to Pokemon Violet, we're gonna try this exact same way that I've actually done this glitch before. Or I guess trick, it's not really a glitch. So we just hop up on the Pokemon Center and down below us, yep, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet still working as intended. Well, that really makes me question, what the heck were those select bugs that they fixed? I mean, other than the ones I mentioned earlier in the video, it doesn't seem like they fixed any of the harmless ones? The patch notes end with Nintendo actually addressing the fact that they are aware players may encounter issues that affect the game's performance, and their goal is always to give players a positive experience and apologize for the inconvenience. We take the feedback from players seriously and are working on improvements to the game. So I think that pretty much confirms that in this patch, there isn't actually any improvements to the performance, and if there are, they're very, very minimal. But this is a huge deal for Nintendo because they're not really known for addressing issues with their games and releasing patches like this. So the fact that they at least took the first step and fixed some of the glitches is a good sign for sure. And of course, they made their promise here at the end that they're seriously taking players into consideration and working on improving the game even more. In the end, I'll let you guys judge for yourself. Do you think the new update has actually fixed the performance or made it better in any way in your own experience? Let me know what you think of this new patch in the comments below. Are there any other bugs that I missed that you've noticed have been fixed, or any other new bugs that have perhaps popped up? Because the thing about patches is they fix things, but also have potential to break new things, like we see here. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the rest of my Scarlet and Violet playthrough. I'm almost there, guys. We're in the last 4-5 challenges, I think, and then the Elite Four Pokemon League and the climax of the games is coming, and I am very excited. So stay tuned, and I'll catch you in the next video.